Now you got to exit the back of the city. So you got to come around and come out the back side of the city. And as you come down, right out over here, either here or here, I forget, one of those 2 points, is another graveyard where we're going to pick up taint. Then we're going to activate this and come into here and not let anything hit us along here, otherwise you will die. So this is our final city. If you don't want to get drug into a conversation with him, come around this way. Here is your merchants. And like any good city, you have your thieves, rogues, brigands.
I'm busy, but just ask if you need anything.
And over here
Nice to see you.
is your teleport. And
Welcome.
your mages.
Well met.
Nothing for us today. And that opens up all of your major cities on this side. The rest of everything is there's no real major cities around. There's the enclave which you have to find. But the rest of everything else is teleports, dungeons, and different things. So our last point I'm going to show you is where to go over here to set up your final teleport stone, so you can farm your two areas for your fireballs. And like I said, go to any of the give me a second. You can go to any of these towers there, any of these towers, and they're going to have necromancers there that will usually drop poison dart spells. And once again, you got to leave 1 or 2 of them there, otherwise they will not respawn. And this is about it. Let's show you this at last place, and then you're on your own. So our last and final is going to be right here. You see the mountains, the squigglies were just above it. We got 3 villages right here, and a mana stone in the middle of them all. So we are going to put our last one here. We've got the village down there, and there's more there's totems. You want to collect those totems and put them with your other totems. Up here is 2, an encampment and a village. The encampment never really spawns anything. This here. Normally it's just melee and archers, but it's got a good treasure chest, so I normally clean those guys out and take the treasure.
Ah, that's
And
interesting.
at the top is these guys. And as you see, lots of spellcasters. Once again, for them to respawn, you need to make sure that there's always 1 or 2 left.
Die, dog.
You already see how much more effective those fireballs are. Now, speaking of fireballs, now you know where to go to farm all of your stuff. We're going to go back over here to Cormorant. Now all of our stuff is in place. We're all set up. I'm going to get rid of all of this. And our last thing we're going to discuss is alchemy. And that's what we've been saving all this stuff up for. We're now over 80% in our alchemy, so we can start making reliable potions.
Let's see.
The first thing we want to do is separate out all of our stones. So there's those. There's that. And we want our staff. We want our totems. We need to sell that. We need to sell that. We need to sell that. Permanent. Permanent. Stones. Permanent. Again, you want to make sure they say permanent. Okay. With alchemy, it's all about how you mix it. If I, like here, this is lightning, fire, fire, physical protection, fire, fire, multiple, physical, multiple, lightning. You will normally pick up plenty of damage stones to put into your weapons. However, you can use these to make stuff as well. So like here I could put my fire. Each set goes in. You can put a total of 10. You need at least 2 to brew a potion. If I do all of these, I should get a fire damage stone. There. See? Okay. If I put these in, I'll get a random stone because they're multiples. Alright? However, we don't really want to do that. What we want to do is use these to the maximum efficiency for raising all of our stats down here as well as our stats up here. The way you do that is, so we have fire, 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 and there's 4, 2, 3, 4 stones. We need to add one of our other liquid potion items or a mixture thereof to equal 5. So there's always one more of liquid than there is of stones. This now, because all of them are permanent, should give us a permanent potion that has the attributes of all of these combined. There, that increases our strength by 7, protection against fire by 31. Alright. This is lightning. Fire. Physical protection. 3. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Here we have, it adds dexterity, willpower, protection, physical protection, protection against fire, protection against lightning. Multiples. Multiples. Four. 5. Now we've got increased dexterity, increased mana, physical protection, cold protection, fire protection, lightning protection. We have 1, 2, 3. We've only got 1 stone. The rest of this is all potion, so we're already above our minimum requirements. And once again, vitality, willpower, mana, physical protection. Now, remember I said that you can get a max of 10 pieces mixed or whatever. That's why I kept these here. Because your brains, you're going to be getting a lot of brains as you visit your cemetery, your graveyards at night. And so we want to create a one-time fits-all. So here where it says new potion, and then we're going to save it. Now what happens is when I click that, if I've got enough for that potion, I don't have to drag anything. It'll automatically bring it up. See? Now, watch our mana. Remember I was saying you wouldn't have a mana problem after this? We're at 570 max mana. Now we're at 1,396 mana. I've not had to use any more points into my willpower. The higher your willpower, the more mana, but also the faster it regenerates. So you still want to pump stuff into here. But you can now start balancing all your stuff out and still keep building your mana and so on to handle your accumulated spell cards and stuff that you're getting. We eventually would get Necromancy to 10, Fire stays at 3, Air Magic stays at 3. Alchemy goes to full, Lockpicking, Swimming goes to full. After that, all the rest of it's up to you. And that should make it easy enough for you to get anything done in the game. The next thing I would do is then start taking all the side quests. Go visit all the little villages first, take all of those, then visit the towns, take all the quests in there, fulfill all of that. Then, when you're up to about level 50 or so, and you're really jacked up and you're feeling all squirrely, then you can come back to Cormoran, come over here, talk to this guy, and he is going to start your main storyline quest. But by then, you can go through the storyline quest without too much trouble and without it jumping levels on you and making it more difficult than it needs to be, because you've already built yourself up with those side quests and all this other stuff. So hope that is helpful. That ends this series. Enjoy. Two Worlds Epic Edition.